Joining us now from the southern city of Chernivtsi is Alex Goncharenko. He's a member of the Ukrainian parliament. Alex, thank you for being with us. We were together on Saturday when you had first reached that area in Bucha, and you had your phone, and you were showing me a shopping mall behind you that had been destroyed. But at that point, in the middle of the day on Saturday, neither you nor I had first seen what you ended up having to experience, the bodies and the sheer destruction throughout the region.
That's true. It was that we explored just during last days, and what we saw, this awful, absolutely horrific picture of devastation and murders committed by Russian army. And I can tell you, me personally, I saw up to 50 killed people, 50, just imagine. I saw mass grave with up to 20 bodies in black plastic bags. I saw these dozens of burned down cars that you are now showing. I saw one, what is absolutely awful, on this Kiev-Zhytomyr outer route. I saw naked bodies of women, and their clothes were near the road, so we can only just understand what had happened probably before their death. But after Russian troops killed them, they put them on tires and tried to burn them down. And partly they succeed and partly not. It's so awful that I can't just explain you, and I saw it by my own eyes. I met a couple of aged people who saw by their own eyes like Russians killed people in the car just outside of their house, and then they took their bodies and buried them in their private garden. So now they have vegetables there, some flowers, and 2 graves of people whom they even didn't know.
Alex, you've actually been traveling from town to town. This is one of the things that you do in addition to the other things you do as a member of parliament and a charity you run. But there are so many towns, and you've alluded to this on your Twitter feed, that we've not seen anything about because they're either still under Russian attack or under occupation. So when you're talking about Kherson or Mariupol, what are you hearing?
About Mariupol, we have testimonies of people who left Mariupol, who managed and who succeeded to leave this city. And what they are saying is so horrific. The city of 500,000 population is almost completely destroyed, just flattened. And they are saying about, if speaking about Bucha, European Hostomel area, the number of victims, we're counting them in hundreds. So in Mariupol, we're counting them in thousands, just in one city, but quite big city, but one. And really, we're scared to turn to just to open what had happened in Mariupol. Russians are still there. They're still attacking the city. It's under siege. Ukrainian troops are partly controlling the city and still fighting. What we do know that one of Lithuanian director who tried to make documentary there was killed by Russian troops 2 days ago. And that's why we don't have enough information. But even that we know shows us the situation there is absolutely awful. That is a war crimes, and that is a genocide, because all these people are civilians and they're killed for just being Ukrainians.
Well, let's discuss that a little bit more, because you've been out there documenting it. President Zelensky did say that the atrocities that he was there as well in Bucha and saw were evidence of genocide against Ukraine. The U.S. has said that while it's possible that genocide is being committed, it's not ready yet to make that assessment. So what do you say to those in the world who are saying, we now believe these are war crimes, we're not sure it's genocide, the deliberate annihilation and elimination and killing of people because of who they are?
Unfortunately, I think that in some time they will say, yes, that's true, you are right. Like at the beginning we said that Russians will make this terror campaign, and they were making it. And also they were like, okay, maybe they are exaggerating. But now watching these pictures of devastation and killings and absolutely unhuman, barbaric behavior of Russian troops, now has any, concerns about this, and everybody understands what is going on. So I think that in some time the genocide will be proved as a genocide. Also, Ukraine is inviting International Criminal Court specialist prosecutors to Ukraine to work on this. And I think that after the all work which will be done, it will be absolutely clear that Russia is committing genocide.
Alex, as you know, because everybody in Ukraine has these apps about airstrikes and things, and there is information from a government official not far from where you are, close to the Moldovan border, that there have been strikes again tonight. What's the situation in southern Ukraine where you are now?
You see that I'm now without light because it is just forbidden, and because it can be bombed, and it's better to not show light in the night, because Russians are continuing to bomb and missile attack Ukrainian cities. And for example, just yesterday, Mykolaiv, one of the southern cities of Ukraine, was again attacked. And what targets were there? Oncological hospital and pediatric hospital. Just imagine. So again, it's not a military targets, and Russians are continuing this terror campaign throughout the whole country. That's why we so desperately need air defense and aircraft. We succeeded to win the battle at Kiev, which is extremely important, strategically important, and we want to go further. But what is our problem? The air, where Russians still have advantage. And we hope that with the help of the free world, which is shocked with all these pictures and this horror, we will succeed to change the situation in air too.
Alex, thank you for spending time with us again this evening. Alex Goncharenko is a member of the Ukrainian parliament who has been documenting the atrocities. We'll talk to you again, Alex.